have it, it's like, you see the print, you know what I'm saying, through the jeans.
What was it?
It's like, it's right there.
That shit is the same. You know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, you know what you're doing with it. You just imagine that same length, erect, maybe a little bit wider.
I like a little surprise.
Yeah. You like a little surprise.
But then-
growers are like, they have the shrinkage, you know what I'm saying?
You just be careful.
But then they blossom.
They blast. It's like a butterfly.
It's like
We
they
come out of our cocoon and
will
fly
blossom.
away.
Yes.
Like a tulip.
Yes. Like a tulip. Arch
I
the
would
back.
love for all the women on here to rate their arches from 1 to 10. Drop a comment below.
9.
9.
What? Because nobody is perfect, so 9.
Yo, wait, Amanda, what would you rate your arch?
0.999.
Wait, what's your
My arch is probably like a 7.
right now?
Nope, no 7s. No 7s. Kevin Samuels says no 7s.
All right, is it a 6 or an 8?
Yes.
I'm going to 8.
Yeah.
It's a 6. Dr. Millhouse.
Guys, what is up? YouTube, Facebook, IG, everybody, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. Can't say thank you enough. Make sure y'all get in the comments because it's about to get crazy tonight. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of y'all might get y'all little feelings hurt. Little feelings. It's some
You trying to be funny with little?
little bit, but they'll get it later. Or some people may get their big feelings hurt. We'll see. But anyway,
Lucy.
guys. Oh, that's why I said that.
Like I did that?
So guys, tonight we have a very special guest. She is special as a general matter, and she's very special to me. I'll let you introduce yourself before we get started. And here, our special guest.
It's Aaron's big homie.
Is me, Dr. Fenwa Millhouse, board certified urologist, your favorite urologist. Doctor down below on TLC. Watch, yes. And I'm here at 8 at the table.
That is so cute.
Oh, thank
Doctor
you.
down below.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's so cute.
That sounds cute.
And
but
tell
it's-
about your practice.
Oh, yeah. And my practice, Down There Urology, Black owned. Yes. Owner, CEO, physician in Chicago. Yes, I love it.
Yes, girl.
So
Yes.
wait, so obviously I think that is pretty like self-explanatory. But for those who did miss the mark,
Yeah, what is
what is it?
Yeah. No, I didn't know what a urologist was until I got to medical school. So no shame if you were like clueless. Like, what is that? Surgical specialist who specializes in the urinary system. So part of the body that makes urine and expels urine. That's me. And then the male reproductive system. So all that private area. That's me. And then also because I did a subspecialty, so I did more schooling on top of like 11 years, a lot of schooling. I did more schooling to like master the vulva and the vagina. We also do that.
So you do all reproductive systems.
I
Or you
do.
handle, I should say.
All genitalia stuff. Yes.
Wow, that's
And urine making. Yes.
and you're in making.
Yeah, like urine stuff.
I have a question.
Like pee
Do the
stuff.
booty hole count?
The booty hole is not me.
That ain't urine.
That's another person, another part.
It's not genitalia.
And I ain't genitalia and it don't make urine.
If it's
Yes.
making urine, that's a problem.
Booty hole make urine?
It is. Yes.
So that's dope. All right, so let's jump right into it.
Y'all, okay, so I want to just start off by saying thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And y'all, it's actually ironic that she's here today because today is like my anniversary of being a Delta. I'm not gonna say how many years because y'all be trying to clock me. Yes, it looks good, but you know.
And I made her.
Right. So she's my dean. So shout out to all my Soras out there, Delta, Epsilon, Beta, University of Texas.
Yes.
Matter of fact, all my University of Texas Greeks, we love y'all.
Yes.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
Shout out to my line sisters. All right. So we'll start. We'll start.
Non-Greek like for something. They're annoyed.
So
Yeah.
so here's the question. Here's the
Congrats.
question. And we've talked about this before, but we've never had like a professional on to like really give us the details and like the real stats and whatnot. So does size matter?
So size, it depends on who you're sticking it in. If we're talking about heterosexual sex, then really it's more honestly statistically about the girth than the length. Length is really not that big a deal because the pleasure area for a woman is the clitoris, or just inside the upper part of the vagina, what we call the anterior vagina. That's the G-spot area. And it's really, that G-spot area is not that far deep. It's really not that deep. It's very shallow. And so the length of a penis doesn't need to be that long to really get a woman off. But girth could make a difference in that it provides more surface area and more contact with the clitoris, with the G-spot area.
So you mean to tell me that all my life these women been having shallow boxes?
No, the women don't have shallow boxes,
Well,
but
they're
if you want to get her to come, if you want to get her to orgasm, you need to focus on the shallow. Yes, you need to focus on the vulva, the outside part, i.e. the clitoris, and you need to focus on that upper wall of that vagina.
So the depth
Yes.
of a woman's...
You don't need to be trying to get into her gut.
Why not? I'm trying to reach her heart.
Because
That means you're doing the wrong thing.
that's not what.
So some
That
girl...
just creates pressure.
Yes.
That doesn't.
So
get her to
y'all
come.
women don't like deep strokes?
I mean, we do, but
I'm
it's also
confused.
like don't. It's like
Do you not want the deep
don't
strokes?
rupture my cervix.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to touch the
Well, I
cervix.
ain't trying to kill you now, maybe.
This is my preference when it comes to sex. Like, I feel like sex is always fun no matter what you do. Right? No, okay, maybe
She's still
maybe
young.
not
She's still-
no matter
she's
what
still
you
young.
do. But I feel like those deep strokes that you're talking about, it makes sex enjoyable, yes. Does it get her to come? No.
You have a point.
Oh, okay. I see.
You have
okay,
a
I see what
point.
you're saying.
You have
Okay.
a point.
Well, what is enjoyable about it then? If it ain't making you come, see, like for a guy, we just want to come.
It makes you do this.
That's what's enjoyable to us. It makes you do
Yeah,
what?
I think because you're enjoying
Do it
because you're
again?
like
I
you
wouldn't.
take in the person, the
That,
person.
right?
It makes you do what?
Y'all just want to know that he got some inches on him. He got some length.
It's not even that. Like, there's a feeling, but I don't. It's not a feeling that is necessarily going to make you have an orgasm.
Yeah.
I think that's
you're-
what it is.
There's
So
a difference.
the three women on this panel right now, one being Dr. Millhouse, is telling me a 4-incher, a girthy 4-incher is good enough for you.
A girthy 4-incher is good
It
enough.
can do the job.
Yes.
Well, I just want yes or no's from the women. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had no
This
4 inches,
cat.
so I can't say.
I mean, I'm going with science.
I need.
says that it'll do the
No,
job.
I'm going with
Yeah.
you. I'm going with. All right. So, all right.
It'll
Scratch
do the job.
What is
If
it?
the chemo doctors say you need 7 weeks of chemo, I ain't finna argue with them. I'm not finna argue with the oncologist. So the doctor said 4 inches, I'm finna go with the 4.
That doesn't always mean it's right. Doctors get proven
but
wrong
if you
every
really
20
think
years.
about it,
But
why
what I
would
will,
God create
what I,
Many sizes.
exactly so many sizes.
actually a good point.
and so many
But
depths.
think about the toys. The toys for women.
Oh, they
like,
come in
some of the
different
best
sizes.
toys
Yeah.
are not even that deep.
That's
Like, some of the
true.
best toys aren't that deep. They just know how to like stimulate the clitoris and the G-spot simultaneously. If you think about I love toys. I have this little curved little C thing and it vibrates on both ends and baby, that thing can get me like that. And
Is
it's
it a-
not that deep.
What do
Yeah.
you mean C? Like, is it like
Oh,
a
it's like
part
a,
that?
it's like a U.
Shape.
It's shaped like that.
Okay, does one
So-
part go inside and one stays on the clit?
One part goes inside,
Oh, it's
and the
on
part
the
that goes inside doesn't go that deep.
You're right. It's like this.
Like that.
You're right. You're actually
Telling
right.
you. And I guarantee you, if any of the women here tried it and put that thing, you guys would be like, ah, I'm telling you. And it's not that deep.
They be singing.
Yes.
So y'all got the nerve to shame men with small
I think it's called
penises,
Vivo.
and you don't even.
There's all sorts of
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
I need to. I
You know
just.
what I'm talking about? Yes. It's like a dual vibrator. Yeah. But
So
the part that goes inside is fat. The part that stays on the clitoris. Yes. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go, Rico.
I'm just so confused because like, one of the things. There's two things that women do or call men to try to get underneath their skin, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's being homosexual or having a small penis. Those are the two go-tos for women,
You're
right?
lame.
I don't use that.
Well, I'm just saying, like in general, right?
Heterosexual males.
For heterosexual males, yes, exactly. So now one of them is being small in terms of his genitals. So you mean to tell me all of these jokes that women have made about men with small penises, and they're like, hey, well, listen, my G-spot was at the top.
Well, okay,
Go ahead. Well, so I think that has more so to do with like hurting you where your pride is. Like you believe having a big dick is X. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh shit, if I know big like attacking X is a trigger point, then I'm gonna attack X.
So you mean to tell me we're now running this whole thing right now? I'm just making sure we understand that men should understand whether you are big or small, it doesn't even matter no more. It's literally just a shade at you. When you only need to be a couple inches and just aim that thing up.
Oh, wait. Let me tell you something.
Right. That ain't what she's saying.
Oh, wait. Okay,
'Cause the
talk
G-spot
about
is at the
penetrative
top.
sex. Now, if I want to look and see something nice, I want a nice, long, and thick penis.
Oh gosh.
You know,
Aaron,
if it's like
sit up.
aesthetically, and if I'm talking about putting it in my mouth, then I probably don't want a 4-inch stump.
Put it in your mouth. But you ain't getting no pleasure off your mouth.
No, how do you know I'm not getting pleasure out
No,
of that?
some people
Yeah.
find giving oral very
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Enjoyable.
It is enjoyable.
Yeah,
It's
they like to
enjoyable
do it.
But it's
give
not
oral
making you
sex.
come though.
maybe.
Okay,
It's
but that's
part
not.
of the warm up. It's
Wait, what?
part of the. Listen, you have to enjoy the journey.
I was about
Yeah.
to. Rico, I think you're thinking about too much. I feel
You're
like
getting to the destination too fast.
Yeah.
women, as we talked about in episodes way ahead of us, it takes
A
a,
lot.
while for a woman to come. That's not always.
That's because we're trying to go deep and you're telling me that it's in the beginning.
now you're telling me it's up.
Yeah, so realistically, maybe if we just re-navigated to the proper route,
That's
we'd
true.
get you there faster too.
That's part of the problem. Like, one, we don't know. So men don't know that about women. And honestly, a lot of
Women
women
don't
don't know that
know.
about themselves.
Correct.
So if you don't know it about yourself, you can't direct somebody to do that. And then the more important part is that there's not a conversation.
Correct.
So it's like, if I know what gets me off, but I'm not expressing that to you, I mean, like, what's the point?
So the question is, does size matter? And all three of you had told me no.
Well, I don't think
I said a dimension
Well,
mattered. I
Well,
said-
up to 4. Well, all right. But in my opinion, 4 inches is like no. Dr. Millhouse is the one that is actually a doctor down below for men and women.
yes.
And she has a lot of education and study and background in this, right?
Yes.
Which is dope. Because I love this. For realistically, you're about to rewrite history. You're about to tell
I'm not even gonna lie, I actually agree with Rico on that.
you're telling a lot of men, hey, if you have a
We're gonna
4-inch
change their perspective here.
4-incher, it's okay if you just aim it up.
Everyone needs to aim it up. Every 4-inch, 6-inch, I don't care, 2-inch, aim it up.
So I think that does answer the broad question
Well,
about
you know, it's
does
funny.
size matter?
Aim it up.
Because, well, I feel like as long as they know what to do with it, and we're telling them what
Yeah.
to do with it,
The motion.
it's the motion. Exactly.
Yes.
It is, and that's what some people say, and some people were like, no.
Oh, no.
I actually never have much of a comment when it comes to size because, you know, I don't have it. But it's like, as long as you know what to do with it, size doesn't matter.
Agree. I do.
What
And
you're
again,
doing.
This is, I'm not blaming y'all 100%, but there's a lot of well endowed that don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's part because we have not been able to teach that, whether it's because we don't know how to do it either, we don't know what it is, or whether we don't communicate that. So it is, not on the onus of the penis owners. It's the vulva owners. We have to be able to know our own bodies, and we do not. We haven't ever gotten ourselves off. You know what I'm saying? But there is, you might have something to say about, like, okay, if you're smaller, if you're thin and small, you might have to work harder. But I will tell you, there's enough bad sex happening in well-endowed, heterosexual relationships that
Yeah.
You know, the competition ain't that steep. You know what I'm saying?
Well, damn.
There's an orgasm gap. The orgasm gap is real. The orgasm gap is widest among heterosexual sex.
Wow.
When a woman has sex when a penis is involved, there's an orgasm gap. You know, when the orgasm gap is meaning that the men have like a 90+% chance of orgasming. Women have like maybe a 60% chance of orgasming. Okay. Now, that gap is less when it's women with women. Women have like an 80+% chance of orgasming when they are having sex with another woman.
Yeah. So we kind of touched on this, and that makes sense because women know women.
Speak about it.
And you know why? Because Rico has life mathematics, right? And with life mathematics comes wisdom, right? And it's a beautiful thing. And realistically, you could just put two and two together because I would assume a woman knows a woman's body more than a man knows a woman's body. Like the accuracy is probably way more accurate than if I had to guess your body. Like I would assume, not saying that this is a thing, but you and Aaron could probably figure each other out a lot faster than
I do like chocolate.
than.
She is cute too, right? Yes.
Well,
Viewers' minds are wandering.
don't forget, well, they're sisters. But you get what I'm saying. You get where I'm going. So it makes sense. I would not put that past that in terms of a difference.
Can I ask a question? And based on what he's saying, do you think it's because a woman may have more confidence communicating to another woman, or is it because that woman actually knows a woman's body more?
I think it's the first. I think like the confidence. I think it's the confidence of communicating.
Okay.
I think the communication is probably easier with another woman. Be like, let's do this, let's try this. Oh, do this. You see what I'm saying? Versus communicating that with a man.
But let's ask Amanda. So Amanda, right? When you first had your first orgasm with another woman, right? Was it more, do you feel as if there was a lot of communication during that process, or was it more of a lot of just kind of knowing the body and knowing really woman to woman?
I think it was just more so knowing woman to
Thank
woman.
you. You know,
Because-
I love life.
No, but Rico, I'm not saying that
I'm not
the
saying-
communication
I don't-
is not there because it's very easy
They
to
don't ever want me to be
communicate with
fully
another
right,
woman.
right?
But the fact that we do know each other's bodies because we are the same gender does play a huge part. Because the first time I ever had an orgasm with another woman, I didn't have to say a damn thing. I was just like, whoa,
Listen,
you know
look
what
at
you're
me.
doing.
This thing right here is
But
different.
did you have an orgasm with yourself? Like
Before that?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, but only through toys.
Okay. But still, I mean, yeah. That's.
Dr.
I
Millhouse.
feel like there are women,
trying-
vulva owners that have never had an orgasm even with themselves. So how would they even know what?
That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy.
That's how
but yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
and not to be like shady, but that's how I felt when I used to be having sex with guys. I was just be like, I don't know what an orgasm is. Like, and I don't really
That's that
think
orgasm
that's-
gap.
Wow.
I'm having that.
Because he don't know your body.
That orgasm
And
because
honestly, and this was when I was having sex consistently with the same person for almost 3 years. And I was like, I don't know what an orgasm is. After I got out of that relationship, that's when I started using toys. And that's when I figured out what an orgasm. And I was like, yeah, I definitely never felt this before.
Damn.
your story is. But listen, her story is literally gazillion of vulva owners that have that. I mean, it's not an aberration, you know, because we have focused so much as sex being penetration, penis in vagina. We have totally neglected the clitoris, which is like the holy grail for orgasming for like 85% of 85% or more of women can't even orgasm without clitoral stimulation.
So let me ask you a question, Dr. Millhouse.
Y'all focusing on getting it in my gut.
Because
you know what I'm
Because I
saying?
feel like that's
Right.
That's a big male misconception because they're just so worried about like hitting it and hit. I feel like I
Yes.
just said this in the
Only
clip that we just
18%.
aired.
18% of women are able to have an orgasm vaginally.
Thank you. Purely
18%.
vaginally.
Well, give me those 18. Because the other one seems like it's too much
But
work.
you gotta think about like
But-
how small that percentage is.
No, I understand, but there's a small percentage in people with money too, right? So let's be real. Okay, let me ask you this question. With all this being said, right, there are now men, and I would argue that it is because of women public expectations on men being bigger that men end up going underneath the knife to become bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, what is your experience on that?
Yeah, I mean, we live in a world where enhancements are being, are more and more. I mean, we live BBLs, for bigger booties,
And
breast-
BDLs?
and we now have BDLs. Yeah, like the new BBL is, bigger dicks, girthier, length, that sort of stuff. It's here to it's here. It's just gonna get more.
What is the
accepted.
technology? Like, what is it? Is it to
So-
make you longer or girthier?
So
What is it?
girthier is easier than lengthening. I mean, adding length is more complicated. Adding girth this way is a little bit easier. A lot of the stuff, there is some stuff that promise you things that are like false. So there's obviously like pills and stuff like Take Me and you can get, 2 inches. I mean, any pill or any medicine like you taking my mouth it's not gonna do shit. Okay, but there's girth.
You heard it from Dr. Millhouse.
Yes, it ain't gonna do nothing. There's girth enhancement in the form of injections. We can inject fillers like they put in your face.
In your lips?
Oh, fillers.
That's probably the safest way.
But you have to redo those, don't you?
You do. They don't
because
last.
they don't last.
They don't last. I mean,
So how often do I got to get a shot in my
Like a year,
the
maybe.
penis.
every year?
To maintain it, if you want to maintain it every year, every 12 to 18 months. If you
Yeah.
don't ever, it'll probably be 3 years you'll get at most.
So
Yeah.
so let me ask you this question. After I go ahead, not me, but after Chuck goes ahead and Chuck just decides to get
Chico.
nah. Nah, we're going with Chuck. Relax.
I literally finna say Chico too.
And after Chuck goes and gets
Chucko.
his needle,
Penis. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Can he use it the same day?
No.
I was about to say
3
there
days.
has to be.
3 days.
So he has to deck
I
off.
can't
For,
imagine no
But that's-
injections in a penis and you can use it right away.
You can't use it right away.
Hurt.
but
What do you just
for 3
deaden?
days.
You just deaden it and stick it, right? Like, it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
a
it
big
doesn't
deal.
change the function. You can
What, like
you still
numbing
get an
cream?
erect. It does. The fillers don't change the function, so it still gets erect. We just don't, you just don't want to be using it right away because we just filled it up and we don't want the filler to move and like.
you want me to have a lopsided?
Yeah, we don't want it to
lopsided
be
dick.
like clumpy and
You
lumpy.
have to like.
My shit got matte. My shit look like this. My shit look like anal beads.
You have to like feel good.
Well, I was gonna say that might be right.
A nice ride.
Like, yo, what happened?
Like,
Yeah.
Filler is like. Really,
Yes,
Like
yes, yes. Because you want it to be aesthetic, right? You don't
Yeah.
want it to be uneven or whatever. Yeah. So it is an art, and we,
Imagine
we
got
use
more
like
filler up at the top. And
Yeah.
Can you
Not
feel
a
the
lot at the
head?
bottom.
Like my question is, if I'm just thinking about my own shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you feel the sides,
Yeah,
right?
the head
And then my head is at the top, and my shit kind of look like crazily, like not proportional.
You bring up a good point, actually. So
Rico
if
trying to get fillers,
filling up the
man.
head can be
I don't need
done,
no filler.
it can be done. There is a small risk of decreased sensation at the head. The head is where most of the, sensation.
That might help them last longer.
Yes, but also we don't want to take away sensation. So there's a small risk of decreased sensation with fillers of the head. Again, if it's hyaluronic acid fillers, which is the most common fillers used for like facial stuff, it's the one that dissolves over time. It's the safest. Then these risks are very, very low. If you are injecting permanent fillers, there are permanent fillers.
Oh,
Then when ish goes wrong, we have to cut that shit out.
Wait, cut
Yes.
the filler out?
Yes.
So
So you have
Whoa,
to
whoa.
cut the penis.
Yes.
wait,
Oh.
I'm so confused.
Don't get it, Rico.
The first
is that
thing
common?
I mean, it's not common, but I've seen patients like that. Yes, yeah.
Oh,
They
wow.
get. I mean, it's all of it is off label. I will say, like none of this is on label.
Oh,
for what the
okay.
fillers were defined.
Oh,
designed
okay.
for. Anyway, but we do off label stuff in medicine all the time. But permanent fillers, when ish goes wrong, like it has to be cut out.
When this filler dissolve, where the hell does it go?
Your body
In your
eats it up.
pee?
It's just like I don't
Like,
know if it goes
like
in
you
your
just dissolve into my body somewhere.
Yeah.
I got fillers in my brain. That's probably why I think I'm.
No. I don't know where like it ends up being.
They didn't teach you that part.
No, I
Metabolize.
you metabolize it somehow. I don't know if you pee it out or poop
I'm
it out. Or
metab-
whatever.
Say it's probably in your
It just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it come
So
out of
something
your
that was
booty.
in my dick just miraculously ended up in my stomach.
No.
What are you talking about?
Metabolize it.
Y'all just be making shit. Aaron, do your disclaimer. If you've got a filler, go ahead and do it. But okay, so all right,
And
go ahead.
fat too. Fat is another thing. You know how
Oh, the fat,
BBLs
yeah,
are fat transfer.
So like, I got a little bit right here. So if I went to use this,
You can put fat in your penis.
Yes. you can.
Oh,
is that more permanent?
That's more permanent. Although it can still like it can over time. Like you know how BBLs can sometimes the fat can, you know, you can
Shift.
work it out or shift or whatever. So yeah, it's more permanent with the fat.
Wow.
Yeah.
is that
It
a
is
better?
more
Is it?
dangerous?
Oh, wait, more dangerous?
It is because you can get fat potentially in a blood vessel, and that is
Oh.
bad.
Is that like the same thing that happens with a BBL?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
The
Bad
risk-
in the sense of like you might have to cut my whole
bad,
thing
like
off.
you could die.
Risk worth the reward.
That's the
Because
same thing that people get BBLs and boobs,
But
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm
True.
saying? You have to think about the same thing. It's not these people aren't talking about function. They want a
They
more
want
more
something that looks
aesthetic.
aesthetically
Yeah.
pleasing.
yeah, but it only looks aesthetically pleasing because y'all told us that there was a certain size that was okay. But
I don't
really,
think we told you guys that.
You don't think
I
so?
you guys.
Yeah, I think
focused
that's more
on
of
that.
a man
you
thing.
think men was just like, yo, hey, bro, my dick is 8 inches. He's like, well, damn, I need to go get an injection.
No,
Well, let's be for real. You guys be comparing dicks.
Yeah.
Who? What? Yo, y'all are not men. No, never have y'all ever had a dick.
Y'all
Yo,
be like,
look, Amanda, listen. You don't have a penis.
So
You did not walk around with one. You did not have friends that had one while you had
I
one.
have a lot of friends that have penises.
That had one while you had one, right? So what I will say is, me and everyone have never compared our dicks to each other.
but porn is part of the problem, though.
Exactly.
a
Porn is a
problem
huge
because-
problem
yeah, it
because
is.
everybody's comparing themselves unnecessarily to these porn artists.
Nah, but I know that's just TV, and TV is TV. You know what I'm saying?
You know that
You,
it's exaggerated.
Someone being
Yeah.
on a podcast on about love, sex,
I know
and
being on-
relationships. Yeah, you do know because we talk about it often. But other people
People
that
might
sit
not
home
know.
and watch porn,
I've been
all
watching
fucking
porn
day
since I was
long
like 12.
and are like self-shaming and they're feeling insecure about their
Really
bodies
10, but,
and their penis size. Of course, they're gonna be like, well, you know, this person that I'm seeing have like this great sex, and I don't have a penis that big. I need my penis to be like that for it to be enjoyable, or for me to be doing the things to a woman that porn star is doing to that girl in the video.
Yeah, that
speaking facts.
Yeah, that's facts for people who were born in 1980s and maybe 1990s.
1980s.
1980s to 19 to
We weren't watching porn at 10 and 12.
Can I
Thank
give
you.
Can I give you the time? Can I give you the time frame first, Dr. Millhouse? Relax.
We could
You-
barely get porn.
Relax. Listen, that
Yeah,
was
3 channels.
that was true for the people who were
watching
born
porn on my
in the
PSP.
1980s to 1995 ish, because you grew up not knowing that porn was exaggerated and fake. If you tell me that somebody who was born in 2000,
No, I disagree. I think it's completely opposite.
we all know
think
porn is
that-
fake now.
No, I don't. I think that
Well, it's of course
nowadays,
more useful.
No.
No, I think nowadays the young people. No, I think our 1980s we discovered sex without porn. You know what I'm saying? Porn came later, and so we knew that sex and like porn sex was different than real sex. I think nowadays these kids are growing up with porn being their introduction before they even get into a penis, before they even get into a vagina. You see what I'm saying? So they don't even their perception of sexual relations is distorted.
But their porn that they're watching now is nowhere near as exaggerated as it was before.
It's more.
Hell no.
They was using videotapes back then.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I believe like in the 80s, you guys were more like porn on tape. You guys had to go in the video store in the section where the curtains was closed
Don't
and
be
you
a
couldn't.
creeper.
You had to get somebody
That's
to buy
not a
it for you.
The arch is
True. I was
real.
about to
It
say,
depends.
but
You
arches
all you have to do is
I have a long
a
torso.
lot.
My
I don't
back
even want to
doesn't
disclose
defend
that number.
right?
But what I will say is, if
They
you
were sex workers.
go down to Miami, right? Look, you go down to Miami
They were
in
sex
March
workers.
and April. You go down to Miami in March and April. There's a lot of curves out there. There's a lot of arches. I mean, see, at this point, I don't know what is faking who. I'm enjoying it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm happy, and if I'm happy, that's all that matters.
Wait, but see, and that, guys, no,
You wanted
guys.
to lie to me.
Orgasm gap exists.
And that is the problem. That is literally the problem.
He was
Yes.
fronting on the other episode though. He was fronting like.
I have a short torso and I can't do it.
I have a long torso.
That shit is like.
Shout out to the long torso girly.
Well, okay, I'll say this.
Well, we don't know that.
Rico, no. This is the thing.
I don't know that until
No.
she tells me.
This is the thing. I think there are parts when you have sex. I think there are parts
Talent.
when the woman is gonna have her enjoyment, the man is gonna have his enjoyment, and then they're both gonna enjoy it together.
I love that.
Because like when Alan was just talking about like the back or whatever.
The arch.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, hold on, Aaron. Are you familiar with the arch?
No, nigga, I fuck with a straight back.
I don't know, cause you said the back or whatever. I was kind
I'm
of.
trying to like.
I was kind of worried for a second.
I'm trying
It's
to like.
definitely
I'm trying to. I couldn't find the word, but what I'm saying
like
is that
bend the fuck down.
I think that this all comes back to communication. Because like if you're in a situation with somebody and
But a
like
straight back is crazy, bro. Yo,
Move on.
I had one of those. It's not okay, bro. That shit is traumatizing.
This is the thing. Like, okay, that's a part.
A
Like,
straight
if you are with somebody and they got a straight back and you don't
Stop
say
saying that,
anything
bro.
to like.
You can't make them arch. They have no flexibility in their
Don't
spine.
turn around and say you got a little dick because
Because you could hit it right. Because
exactly.
I'm like, no, your back is too high, shorty.
Okay, wait a second.
Your shit is like this. You look like hunchback.
On one position.
I'm just saying, listen, you get it.
You can flip her over and
exactly, like
There's other
this
positions.
goes
I
back
don't- when
to,
you don't like it that
talking about
much,
it.
you don't even want
Oh,
to see
you
it.
want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. Let's just get this over
That's
with.
the problem.
That's why your shit like this.
That's the problem, though.
Okay, but
Like
what,
we honestly, and I go back to like the onus is on the woman, really. Like we really have to be, and I understand that there's a certain level of shame that comes with it, and a certain level of like ridicule. No, a certain level of ridicule that comes with being like open and like free to just like say, yo, this is what I like.
Agree.
You
Yo,
know, so
agree.
it's like so this is the thing. I want women to like have a space to emote and say what they want, but I understand that like there's a consequence.
you know what I think is, it sounds great, and and I don't disagree with it, but I don't think it's men that's the problem. I think it'd be other women.
I don't think
really
wait,
thought
wait,
about the men.
I don't
as
think.
Wait, hold on.
I don't
You
think
have to
that.
say men are some of the problem.
Wait, what I say? No, I'm talking about in being confident in saying what you like. It's not men that's the problem. I would think that if it would be like a group of girls and the girls like, yeah,
Totally men are the problem. Dude, if you try to tell a man, okay, let's do it like that.
'Cause
Maybe
we talk amongst
let's
ourselves.
use a toy. I mean, you try to tell a man, can we use it, while we do, no,
they
why we
hate
got it,
that.
they hate
Yeah.
wait,
Let's talk about that.
I'm not talking about that though.
No, but that's what
we could jump right into
but
that.
that's what we talking about.
No,
That's
no,
what we talking about.
No.
That's what we talking about.
No.
That's
That's what y'all took it
intimidated by the
to.
toy.
No. First of all, I'm not. I'll bring them with me. That's one. Two.
toys?
Yeah, I'll bring them with me. Come on, I'm saying, hey, here's a little
They're
vibrator.
new, right?
Here's a butt plug. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, of course.
Don't be using the old toy on the
It depends if I really like it. No, I'm kidding. But what I'm saying is,
see it fresh out the box.
what I'm
That's a package, right?
what I'm saying is, we're talking about the onus of a woman being confident in saying what she likes.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think that if a girl met a guy who had a 4-inch Jimmy. and-
Correct. Yes.
What?
Sorry. I'm a urologist,
Correct.
so
You're
I
right.
speak
That's a
in
difference,
correct
yeah.
and Placid.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so a guy has
Like
a
me and my
4-inch
little
erect,
grower.
right? That means that's his max potential.
Yeah.
Okay. If a girl was with the guy and he had a 4-inch erect and she said, babe, listen, this is all I need. This is perfect for me, right? But then, let's say she goes amongst her friends, and one of her friends, she got Dr. Millhouse talking about, yeah, I got a Nigerian guy who got that 8-inch slammer. And she's like, well, damn. She's like, well, yeah, so what's your husband working with? And she's like, he's a 4-inch tall.
Like that.
But like, I'm just saying.
The 8-inch slammer.
Slammer. That's a guy thing.
Friends, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Y'all be comparing,
She's
right?
Nigerian. That's why I said that, bro.
And we don't. That's the thing. Y'all be talking about that.
We don't be doing that.
So yo, women never talk about their spouses.
No.
Not their,
Our spouse?
Hell no.
not your spouse, but like your boyfriend. Y'all never talk about.
Wow. Y'all talk about
shit.
your girlfriend.
We talk about
Would you
I
talk
guess
about
girls
your
be lying
girlfriend's
to me.
vagina?
You talk about
All the
you wanna
time.
share.
I'm like, yo, my girl shit is what?
Why would you
said,
say
now they gonna-
that?
No, Rico. No,
What
Rico.
you say? Wait,
Then
what
they want to try it.
Yes.
That's what happens.
No,
say
what?
about
No
your
way.
I think we talk about
Listen.
somebody we don't mind being shared.
Exactly.
Yo, listen,
Thank you. Not
well,
to
I
be
guess
really
me and my friend group,
Yeah.
we're very close. I guess it's a little different.
I don't know.
I don't have no worries about my friends trying to have sex with my girl.
Probably fucking your ex bitches right now.
But they already know that's a rule. We can do all that. We all
You
can.
can do that?
Yeah, that's a rule.
Oh, y'all.
We can have each other's exes. We don't really care.
Familiar.
Oh, really?
I mean, if they did it, they
And
did it.
Definitely be.
Then I know.
different dick
Look,
sizes.
then I know.
Y'all that
Does he even look like he cares?
Yo, no, I
don't
don't.
care.
I
But
don't.
you're saying they definitely
Like-
comparing dick sizes.
Y'all that close.
Okay.
But what about two back? Two back. Like you worry about one back. What about two back?
Other nigga.
Are you working? Like,
she probably
I'm
He's too far gone.
biggest
She ever had
He's
already.
too far
No,
gone.
but two back you can double back. So I'm saying.
But when it
You can always hit again.
So why? Wait. So and that's the
Right,
point. So
allegedly.
if you laying it down good, why you worried about the first back?
said the
And he might just slip up and ask.
signature move,
Insecure self.
signature move, and she did the most the way all the other girls did.
you got to innovate. You got to think on your feet.
Because you gotta innovate.
You got to think on your feet. I got to hit it with some shit I know I ain't even do before.
Let's talk about girls and shoulders.
Your signature is probably not signature.
You think so?
Yeah, so growers.
You think every guy hits you with this? All right, growers and showers.
growers and showers. So
Please.
showers have it, it's like, you see the print,
That is
you know
so
what I'm
funny.
saying, through the jeans.
What was it?
It's like, it's right there.
That shit is the same. You know what
And
you're
it's-
dealing
Yeah,
with.
you know what you're doing. With it. You just imagine that same length, erect, maybe a little bit wider.
I like a little
Yeah.
surprise.
You like a little surprise.
But then-
growers are like, they have the shrinkage, you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
You just be careful. now.
But then they blossom.
They blast. It's like a butterfly.
Yeah, it's like
We
they
come out of our cocoon and
will
fly
blossom.
away.
Yes.
Like a tulip.
yes.
Ladies don't know that, right? Like a shower is like it's showing you what.
Yeah, yeah.
No. I think we know what growers and showers are.
Yeah.
Yo, but do y'all ever get confused when you think like,
No.
oh, do y'all ever get confused?
Oh yeah.
No.
Because
Okay.
A grower could go from 2 inches to 8.5.
A grower can. I think we can tell the. I mean, I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't answer this question
Wait,
because
wait, Dean, tell them what a grower and a shower is.
Your
Okay.
own experience is different.
my
yeah.
own experience is different. So a grower, it's like it's like kind of like shrunk.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, it's like a turtle.
Turtle,
Yeah.
turtle.
It's like a little,
Then you gotta
like
get
an
them out of the
accordion. It's
shell.
accordion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
It looks accordion.
You can see it. You can see where it.
Think about
You can
it
see
now,
the potential.
accordion. Yeah, you could potentially see like the ripples, like the accordion. Okay, and then obviously, but the shower, it's just like this schlong that's right
That's a
there.
warrior.
The what?
Schlong.
The schlong.
It's just like hanging. Yes.
I don't know. I like a little. I like a
You
little
said what?
surprise.
It's the,
warrior.
it's the Aztec warrior.
Because the thing is that like when you have a shower,
There's far more
There's not a-
growers than there are showers.
there's not a lot more to expect.
True. Yeah.
Like I like a little surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you get like a like a dozen. You have a dozen, and then you have a baker's dozen. Give me the baker's dozen. You know what I'm saying? Like a little lanyard.
You have to explain that to me.
So a baker's dozen, I think a baker's dozen is like 13 or 14 or something.
Okay.
a little extra.
Right? So
Okay.
it's
A little extra.
yeah, so like in Louisiana, it's called lanyap. Lanyap is extra. So a baker's dozen is extra
You get a little bit
beyond the
So you're like 14
the
instead
12
of 12.
eggs, yeah. So
Okay.
give me a little fun,
little more
you know what I'm
than
a
saying?
little fun, a little
Right.
razzle dazzle.
Yeah, like give me a little razzle dazzle. Like what is
Yes.
it? Yeah. Because think about it. When you have a shower, the shower is showing you everything you got. You know
But
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
ever think like that was my main question, but you kind of answered from your perspective, right?
Yeah.
So do you ever think like, okay, this is a shower, but no. Somebody's a shower, but you think that they're a grower on
They're
top
not.
of that. But they showed you what they had.
They showed you. You're like, oh, da.
That's all you got. You like, wait.
I don't know. I can't answer that because I'm seeing a lot of non-erect penises in my practice.
Wait, they don't get hard ever in
They
in
do.
work?
They do.
No, but she's-
the ones
Wait,
that
how you
no,
doing
not
surgery?
erect.
How you know it's gonna look like in the final product, and you doing it in the beginning stages?
What we're doing is increasing flaccid girth and that sort of stuff. We're not. None of the penile enhancement things are to enhance erect penises.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
Okay.
so upsetting.
I didn't think about that, but that
That's
makes
so upsetting.
sense.
So
None
That
of
makes
them
all-
are
sense.
too. That's very important to know. None of them. They're basically, and this is what I say is like basically we're here to make those are here to make growers into showers. It has nothing to do with erect look.
So it's like
Yeah.
fake jewelry.
It looks the
Yeah.
same.
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, it's
Just-
like
It looks
It's,
real.
flaccid
yes,
stage. It
Correct.
looks bigger.
correct.
Where does it go?
waste.
Wait, so
That's what he said.
Where-
He said, "What a waste."
wait, where does it go? So like, like,
The thing is because we can't. Erections are about blood flow, and that blood does.
It can change.
It's totally dynamic, and we can't augment that with fillers or surgery. You see what I'm saying? And so the length is going to be very different with it erect. Now the girth, if we make a penis girthier, then the erect girth is going to be girthier too. So girth wise, yes.
Oh,
we
so the
might
whole thing
be
will
able
change.
to
Okay.
manipulate.
that a little bit, but
Makes
that's not the
sense.
primary goal. Yeah, that's the easier one and the savior.
So if I was like, yo, listen, I'm 6 inches. I want to be 8 inches. Can you
Right.
add it? Yeah. Can you add it 2?
we can add it to the flaccid length,
Wait, so you can't. I'm all
but
right.
not to your erect length.
Because the erect link, it can change.
But where does it go
we
once
can't
the
increase
blood-
Because your flaccid length is without blood. Okay, your erect length is with the blood filling up the columns in your penis. We can't augment that.
Can you add more columns?
No, we
So
can't.
I get some more blood.
No.
Well, 18% of women love it long, and I
We
don't
like
want
to look at it long.
Yeah.
I think what we'd like is we like to look at it long. We like the visual. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The visual is very nice. Okay. We like the visual. But what's gonna get us
Heavy.
yes, but what's gonna get us off is not the length. It's the girth.
It's the vibrator.
Yes.
What that mouth do?
It's the
Just bring the
yes.
vibrator.
Or the-
Wait. But
Sorry.
the,
What that mouth
No, I
do.
said what that mouth do.
Yes. Yes.
so you need
It's
length
the
to touch a
focus-
throat.
It's the length? No.
To touch the throat.
I'm just talking.
Your mouth is bigger than 4 inches.
Huh? What are we saying?
Go like this.
Oh, sorry. I'm confused.
Come on,
Okay.
Dr. Millhouse.
Thank you. My mouth. Okay, fine. All right. Well, no, I mean, that's a wholly different subject. But
No,
If
but
you
even-
never had your
but
shit
even
bend
when
in
a
her
penis
throat,
is
you don't know what I'm
small,
talking about.
some women, that's a whole different type of woman, though.
What?
Like, I mean, so that likes. I mean, I like oral sex. I'm very married, and I like it, but that's a whole different conversation.
I'm so glad you're here. Yeah.
I have a question. Is there a certain type of is there a profile of a woman who typically likes giving head? Because yeah.
Go ahead. Because you what?
I think I like sucking dick.
I do too.
I love this. This is my favorite podcast, talk show. With the straight back.
I haven't had heterosexual sex in a while.
That shit is crazy.
I mean,
What are
like,
you doing? Like,
3 women, 1, 2, 3, that said they enjoy.
I would love to see. Well, obviously I can't, but I would love to have an arch test. I want like.
What does it have to do with anything we're talking about?
No. I'm still focused on the other shit.
Yeah,
like,
you are focused on that.
But I love that for you.
I think it's
Enjoying
because
the
of
sex
the.
talk
You know what
today.
it is? I don't know what but I think a woman who understands the power that you have.
Oh,
your
that
mouth,
makes sense.
You know what I'm saying, and how that can be a turn on.
It's crazy.
That's what I want. Like if you're out there and you're like, oh, I can't. It's so gross. I want you to just be like, it's not gross. It is power. Okay, and that power is a turn on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you tell her.
I'm
to
telling
say
that.
Millhouse.
Wait. We have Lonnie.
To say something.
So we have a new 8 After Dark exclusive member, Stacy. Thank you. We might have that art contest on 8 After Dark one of these days. So look out
You
for
gotta
that.
be a part of it.
On the exclusive, okay? Rico, I know you want to say
Stacey's mom. You don't know that song?
Lonnie. You know what, Lonnie?
Old song,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
old.
About sex, and we're talking about arches. We're talking about
We weren't talking about arches.
No one was talking about arches.
Literally, nobody was talking about arches.
But y'all said like you did that. It was all you.
What'd I say?
Like, yeah, he's doing it from the back. Like when I was like, the back. Where's the arch? Like that was. Why was that non-existent? Stop doing that.
I couldn't think of the word.
I've seen that in real life and it's fucked me up. You have never been a guy and hit a girl.
Straight back look like?
It's not even straight. It's,
actually,
it's Humpty Dumpty. You ever seen Quasi? You ever seen? Yeah, you ever seen Quasimodo? You ever seen Quasimodo? There's a lot of you.
without being sexual.
Wait, you said the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah, I said
Quasimodo?
Rico, look, that's the arch. It's do the curve.
Wait, what is concave and convex?
That's concave.
That's concave.
Yes. Yes.
And do the other one. Convex.
Yo, by the way, Amanda, Michael Matroke is like, Michael is checking for Amanda.
You know, Michael
What about,
Macho, he's
like-
in New York.
All right.
Every week.
He's in New York.
Michael's one of our moderators.
Hey, Mike.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wait, so this is the thing. I think women, we need to understand what convex and concave is.
Yeah.
We need to be convex.
Vex.
Vex?
Yes.
Convex.
Yes.
I
you're
know.
right.
Let me know, Marie.
Can you Google it?
We need to be convex because concave is like this,
Concave is
right?
out- yeah.
Right,
Yeah, I think
concave is like
concave
this.
Is like this. It's hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who had concave chests.
Yeah.
Well, seriously. Oh, wait. This bitch be talking all the time. Don't nobody be talking to her.
talking to you.
Yeah, so when you're talking about concave, you're talking about
Yes. Thank
the
you. you were
Hunchback
right.
of Notre Dame.
Concave
Notre
is
Dame.
hunchback. Yeah.
Quasimodo.
Wait, so we want convex.
Yeah, that's what we said.
We need
That's what we said.
we
want
need,
convex.
not want.
Okay.
We need.
You need.
Okay,
Curve it. Curve that back.
Science, but
You're not in the mic.
fuck. A little science. So we need a little convex and not concave.
Yeah.
All right?
Anti.
A little. So we need convex
Arch that back.
and not
Bring your
concave. All right?
Yeah.
Arch that back.
All right.
Is there like? I love this
But you know
show.
what we need? You know what? You know what? We're making science cool.
Here we are.
Yeah.
There's a way to like. There's a,
STEM.
you know.
Women in STEM.
back.
Black women in STEM.
back.
One percenters.
Right.
I'm lost.
Black women
Where
in
did we?
STEM.
Where did we just go? I don't know where we went.
You okay?
Where did we go?
No, because we're promoting black women in
Talking about
STEM.
concave,
What's
convex.
STEM?
It's
STEM
educational
is science, technology, engineering, and
math.
Math, yeah.
yes.
Okay. Starch.
No, STEM.
Science, technology, and arch. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all.
Right, you're definitely smart.
Okay, real
That
quick.
was actually pretty new.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Okay, that's a good arch. That's
That's a great arch. Whoa, let me see that.
In real
That-
talk, like you have to stretch.
That's a I give you a baby arch.
that's a really
That's
good
a I
arch.
love you arch.
Come in me.
Yeah.
You gotta stretch.
I don't.
That's a you can take it all arch.
Did I get a flag?
You probably will get
We'll
flagged.
see.
You think so?
I think so.
Why?
YouTube
If I'm arching like that, come at me.
Oh my God, that's a lot of arch.
Arch
I
the
would
back.
love for all the women on here to rate their arches from 1 to 10. Drop a comment below.
9.
9.
What?
Because nobody is perfect, so 9.
Is this good for you?
Yo, wait, Amanda, what would you rate your arch?
0.999.
Wait, what's your
My arch is probably like a 7.
right now?
Nope, no sevens. No sevens. Kevin Samuels says no sevens.
All right, is it a 6 or an 8?
Yes.
And I'm going to 8, bitch.
Yeah.
It's a 6. Dr. Millhouse, if you don't mind, what would you rate your arch?
Honey, don't hate me. I think my arch is a 9.
Okay.
Wait, why would no? He should be
He
happy.
should be proud.
Very happy.
He got a
Right.
9. He got a 9er.
Yes.
Right.
That's great.
Oh, I'm definitely a 9.
Yes.
I love this show.
Only because I know 10. Like I can't be perfect. So.
Is that a 10? Is-
like
okay, wait, hold on. Is the one that Alan
That
showed?
was a 10.
That's a 10?
That was a 10 for
No,
me.
that's a 15.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
good.
was-
Oh, you're definitely
It was really good.
Amanda. You're definitely a 6. You're definitely a 6.
I believe in
I
you.
have a long torso.
Okay. And so what happened?
And I do too.
You should have a long arch.
No, it is hard for me.
It's to be
arch
easier,
my
right?
back that deep like that because my back is so long.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a long torso too, so I get it.
No, it's not easier.
You concave.
You gotta
She said she knew it because she did it. Because she was like,
wait a minute, guys. Wait, reminder. So you want to
time out?
you missed
wait, Rico?
Time out. You knew it because you did it.
Come on, you didn't have to say
I'm sorry, Amanda.
Wait, Rico. No. We got no. Let's give a reminder to the people, guys. Remember, convex,
Convex is what you want.
right?
No.
Convex.
Convex.
Yeah.
Is what you
No.
want.
Convex is the arch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Convex is the
convex is a yes.
Yes. Concave.
Concave
Is a super no, dog.
is a no.
So all my concave
What
girls
does that
out
do
there,
for y'all?
just work on it. Don't even let them.
I agree. I agree.
Work on
Can you
it,
guys
okay?
We don't even have concave statues. Like, this is a convex right here.
It is.
This
Perfect.
is.
Right there. Yeah.
You gotta have this
Show her
arch.
up. You don't have to tell
You gotta have the arch.
Tell us what that does for y'all. Like, we
just
want to
put
know.
a
Like, what
regular
is it
Erin.
about it that turns you
Well-
guys on? What does it do for the, like...
No, I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
it really
because it makes the butt.
it like opens everything up. So like think about your like her ass cheeks are up. So
Yes.
that means more likely than not her hole is a little bit higher. If she's concave, that means her ass cheeks are like this. So now I kind of got to scoop.
Get up under there, be like,
and I got to hit it from the bottom up.
So you trying to
And I do think
I'm
that
trying-
this
I'm-
brings the penis.
I'm like-
I feel
where it
like
should be.
it
First of
brings
all-
the penis closer to the clitoris.
The bounce back.
That
Bounce back is crazy.
that's all.
Velocity,
Yeah.
It's
What-
the bounce back.
Velocity.
Wait a minute.
Well, I hope
This
you got A in physics. I hope
Wait,
Nah.
guys.
Alan
wait.
has not hit a concave in a while.
Guys.
You don't know what it's like.
No. Guys. Guys.
Yo, this is the best show in America.
Wait.
I want to let everybody know that.
Rico, when did Alan become a fucking scientist?
Because he said physics and velocity. Velocity is
Bounce back. You mean the bounce back of the booty?
All right, think
What?
about it, right? Think about
Oh,
it. If I
shit.
swing like this, you see how much energy that takes?
Uh-huh.
If I swing like this,
physics lesson.
it takes
Okay.
less. So it's just like.
Yeah.
What's the equation for that? What's the equation?
Happening in my clitoris?
Now I gotta be like.
Yeah, that's it. He's right. You got to go from underneath.
Whatever you, I'm like.
Get your husband.
And so, look, this part,
Really?
You guys
this
can
is
see
where,
this.
like,
By the way.
when she has an arch,
Are you okay?
this is when you can
your
definitely
husband.
cuff it right here and just keep bringing it right back.
Yumi's not even
When it's
looking
an
up.
arch, you really gotta get up underneath a little bit.
Yumi, okay? Are you embarrassed right now?
I'm like, get your
Dying.
husband.
Yumi's like, I'll deal with this shit when I leave.
Yes, I'm dying.
You was like, I'll show you an arch.
bitch.
But what I'm saying is, I think the arch brings the penis in better
Up, like where it needs to
alignment,
be,
yes,
right?
with the clitoris for the. So I think it's
agree.
a win-win situation.
So all caved women, Amanda included,
Yes.
you guys should try hot yoga. Hot yoga is great for stretching and becoming more flexible.
That's actually true.
And then that might loosen up your.
More than anybody you probably ever fucked in your fucking life. So just relax.
You never did hot yoga though. Yes, you do. You turn your 6 to an 8.
I already told you. Bitch ass. Today.
Exactly.
Amanda, tell him you are 10.
Don't lie. We're not gonna lie. We got 2 experts that gave themselves 9. All right.
Just shut up then.
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, like relax. Lonnie, are you 1 to 10?
Why are you fucking with Lonnie right now?
9.999.
Okay.
She's Dominican. I believe her.
Wait, no, Lonnie said that shit like 10 minutes ago too.
Yes.
Yeah, 9.999.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed a lot. You was just born loose.
Actually, I don't know. I think that there are certain things with respect to a man that's going to trigger him, and there's an equal amount of things that are going to trigger a woman. So I don't know if it's like a certain whatever, but it's like what you say to the man or what you say to the woman. You like, oh, with your little dick ass. Yeah, that's going to attack a man because that's what he feels is like where he gets worth from. You know what I mean? Or if you tell a woman, oh, with your little ass titties.
There's a lot of women out there that are very insecure with how their vagina looks.
Really?
Yeah, I've ran into a couple in my life.
Well, wait. Let's use the proper terms.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
what
vulva.
we're saying,
Okay.
vagina is the vulva. The
Yeah.
vulva is what we can see.
Yeah.
The vagina is inside.
Yeah.
Right.
So the vulva looks.
The vulva. Yes.
So a lot of women that I've ran into have insecurities on the appearance of their genitals,
Okay. I.e. their vulva. Yeah.
i.e. the vulva, right?
Okay.
Like, what's their concern?
Well, some of them don't like maybe how their lips are out.
Yeah, okay.
Some of them don't like how much of it is exposed.
Yeah.
I remember there was this one woman that she was like, back in the day, she was begging me to eat her out, and I was like, nah, like no offense, but like this does not look appetizing. You know what I'm saying?
You said that?
I mean, I didn't say it like that, but I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's
I'm not.
a meaty part that like kind of.
That's what Oliver likes.
That's the clit.
So the
Yeah, that's not
clitoris
my
is,
style.
I
it
always
comes
think
in
of
different
Oliver when I think
sizes,
about
and
that.
we should talk about this. Clitoris comes in different sizes. The clitoris is like a penis, you guys. It is like a penis. Our clitoris is same
Very
as a penis.
interchangeable.
It gets erect like a penis. So when it's aroused, it's going to be bigger. You're going to see it more. And I don't know if the penis owners out here can say like, oh yeah, I can sell like, oh. The
I need to record that.
and
next
some
time.
men are intimidated by like a bigger clitoris. They're like,
Nah, like not
Yeah,
that.
they
You know what I'm
turned
saying?
off by it?
yes, I think so.
Really?
Well, it depends.
But that's
Like,
yeah.
like the ones that I've
easier for you
seen.
to-
it happen.
Yes.
I mean, it's different.
You
Like
ever
I
seen it
can't.
happen? You
Seen
ever
what?
been like under like have a clit under a microscope or something?
Oh, yeah.
and just like saw it.
Oh,
like,
yes.
This is what she does.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, feel like a scientist.
Wait, hold on.
I mean,
Time
I don't
out.
see erect.
How many vulvas or vaginas, whatever the hell?
Wait for it to get
How
erect
many
so you
of
can see
these
it, like,
have
that
you?
bigger.
How many of these have you closed?
Closed?
Like, you know how like they get the surgeries to make them tighter.
Yeah, I mean,
How many vagina rejuvenations have
I
you?
do mostly reconstruction on vulvas and vaginas that need it, that are like things have widened because of kids and things are falling down. I've done gazillions of those.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Things are falling down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are falling down. This is crazy.
What is falling?
Yeah, when we start talking about
Like you
brought up the wideness of women, that conversation lasted 3 seconds.
you see?
Oh, we moved on.
Yeah.
Well, no.
FYI.
Well, no.
Most women don't want to talk about
But okay,
Let's talk about why. Thank you.
Statistically,
But what about reality?
there-
I don't care about like,
Statistics reflect
no.
reality.
vaginas aren't like
Dr.
they don't
Millhouse.
come in various. The vagina, not the vulva. The vulva comes in different shapes and different looks. The labia can be long or whatever. That's different. I'm talking about the actual vagina. Statistically, what you're in isn't that varied. It really isn't that varied. It's not like penis size.
That's you know why?
It's not cap.
Yo, when you get home, when you go home,
I'm talking about a
Dr.
woman who's not
Millhouse.
had. I'm talking about a woman who's not had babies.
Not had sex either.
Not had
And she
babies.
said years
Sex
and
don't
years
stretch
and-
out the vagina.
Wait. No, this is what I'm
Okay.
saying. When you get home today,
Sex don't stretch out the
or
vagina.
when do you go home? Tomorrow? When you get home tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I want you to look your lovely husband in his eyes. And I want you to say, out of all the women that you've ever had sex with, how many vaginas, not vulvas, felt the same?
No, I'm not saying they feel the same. I'm saying that they're like,
But if they don't feel the same, they
dimensions
got to
are-
be different if we're to have a different feeling.
yeah, they could be different with there's something called rugae, which is like the ridges inside the vagina that could feel different.
I had those before.
Yes.
That's-
Rugae
Yeah,
are
you don't
good.
even know what a rugae is.
Yeah, I knew what it was.
I actually
I knew what it
didn't know
did.
that was called.
Yeah, it's
But I
the
do know the ridges.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Oh, you have a lot of rugaes.
We all have rugae.
We have rugae, but you
there's
lose
different-
them when you get older.
Why?
Because you
of
get
lack of
stretched.
estrogen.
No,
No.
I'm kidding.
Listen, can you let the doctor speak? Okay, because of the lack of estrogen.
Oh wow.
I know.
Sucks, right?
Yes, it does.
And y'all
So
say
it
y'all
turns
don't have a shelf
smooth?
life.
It turns smooth.
Ooh.
It turns
It is-
bland.
Yes.
You ever had steak
Yes.
without seasoning?
Yes.
It's foolish. It's
But it
foolish.
doesn't have to be bad, but it
Shut
does
up.
tend to do that.
Why you mad at me?
why-
Shut up.
Do we lose ridges when we get
Guys.
older?
Ridges where?
I don't know.
You guys don't get it up as
I was about
easy.
to say
Yeah.
your shit is
There's a
blue.
pill for that. There's no pill for your
Honeys.
what's it called?
Rugae.
Then you have to go
How
to
do they
the
get their
gas
rugaes
station
back?
every time.
You use estrogen cream. You can try to maintain some of that.
Try
with
to
estrogen cream.
maintain.
You can try to maintain
Seems like
some
an
of that blood
attempt.
flow too. You can't. Pills don't do it all.
Yes,
He's
it does.
30 now. He's getting up.
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a long 30 years.
He's using the honey, the gas station honey. Apparently, that's a thing.
To do what?
He's putting it in his soup and stuff.
To emphasize
And his,
my emphasis.
and his chicken.
You don't know what's in that. You don't know what's in that.
You know what I do know?
Yeah, what
It
is it?
worked.
No, what is it? What's in it? Actually, no, guys.
Actually, there is Sudafil.
When
That's
in-
what it's called?
Rico,
No,
you don't
what
chill.
the
You
fuck
don't
is
know
the
what's
thing
in
in
it.
the,
I was about to say
and
Cetaphil
Viagra.
is
Sildenafil.
Sildenafil. That's what I meant to say.
All right.
Sildenafil is in the honey.
That's
and
what
you're
they.
taking it.
That's what they said. There's a small dosage of it.
Yeah, that's not right.
Neither,
All right, so
neither are
what's in
Doritos.
the honey? Wait, do you know what's in the honey?
He said sildenafil, which is basically the generic for Viagra. So he's taking
Yes.
a little bit of Viagra.
They said
in the
that they
honey.
said that they found that in the
That's the point of
Viagra.
the honey is for them to
to
get
have
it up.
a little bit of Viagra. Yeah. Well, so that can, you don't know what that can do to your heart.
My heart is gone. Anyways, I'm like, think I'm worried about my heart. I think I'm worried about my heart.
Impossible.
You could have it. It's been gone
Yeah,
since
okay.
20.
I mean, like honestly, like so for a young man, it's probably not a concern, but like for a man that's like 35, 40, 45, 50, I think like it's actually like a real concern. So like
I know a lot of older dudes that be popping them blue pills,
It really be the
But
old
we
guys.
don't know
doesn't
that
mean
it's good for them,
It doesn't mean
right?
it's good.
but I know they're alive, and so I'm trying to figure out what's the issue.
I mean,
You could.
They're
sex could
probably
prop-
getting closer and
could
closer
propagate
to their
a heart
next heart
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna happen regardless.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I would
Inflation.
hate for
Inflation give
somebody
you a heart
to
attack.
be like watching, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the honey is good, or this that is good." It's like, but you need to like know what's what. Like,
Yes, agree.
seriously. What
I agree.
Question?
So the things for the estrogen, right?
Yes.
The thing to keep maintain
Try to maintain the rugae. Yes.
Rugae.
Yes. RUGAE.
Rugae.
Yes.
Okay, Rugae. I'm gonna make a mental note of that.
Yes.
If you were to just in your professional opinion and like what in your work,
Okay.
what in I wouldn't even say just in your work because your work would be like a very small like
Sample size.
sample size, right? So just and even just your studies, even your training, wherever you've been,
Okay. Sure.
what do you think is like the percentage of men who are like trying to get like a bigger
Venus now,
situation?
like actively, like I'm looking for that. Probably 25%.
It's kind of big.
It is.
Now, is there if you had to do a difference between a girth and a length, what I guess
Oh, if
ratio?
we were talking about if we had a good, easy way, safe way to get length, I think people would be lined up the block.
Of course.
and it's not even
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the
Length, not girth.
Yes,
and the craziest thing is it's not even the length that does it.
that's correct. Like mathematically, scientifically, again, we are talking about heterosexual sex.
Yeah,
and I think the same is true for homosexual sex, to be honest, because the area that we tend to attribute to like the male G-spot is the prostate area, and that prostate area is not that deep inside. It's like, that much inside. So
just one finger?
Well, that's what I put in. Okay,
what
I don't
inches
put
is-
in 2
Is it
fingers
2
when I
inch?
do
No, the lens.
Oh, yeah.
The lens.
Like
Oh,
the tip
okay.
of my finger, I can feel the prostate in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Huh?
Oh, wow.
It's
Erin's
your
licking her
job.
lips. Yo,
Yes.
Erin keeps licking her lips right now. What the, I'm confused. What's going on?
What does it feel
It feels
like?
smooth. It feels smooth.
Are we talking about the ass?
Like a cherry or like a grape?
Prostate.
Do it from a medical standpoint.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go? Are you trying to look for it?
No, I'm just curious.
Like,
Smooth, and it's like shaped like a heart almost. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm married to a Jamaican. Come
So
on,
he
he's
ain't
not
let her
letting
go
you-
up there.
right?
Nah,
Like,
nothing happened.
right.
He
Like,
probably slapped
Black.
her.
so
right.
Aaron,
Yeah, well,
It's funny because it.
oh, it's mostly them.
It's
It's the Jamaicans.
No.
Is it the Jamaicans?
The anal
Try
stuff.
it tonight.
This might be too far for tonight,
Aaron,
but
like, I
it's,
might could
it's,
try.
it's an erogenous zone.
It
Hey, I'm not against it.
That's what they say. They say that's
I'm not
right down
against
G
it. I think it's
spot
more
is.
so men that are against
Yes,
it.
agree. And it's not just Jamaicans. It's
Yes,
black.
so it's-
It's
and cocaine's a hell of a drug. All right.
we have a question from Whitney Marie.
Okay, Whitney.
She says, "Why does it seem like guys don't care to see lingerie? Is it more beneficial for the man or woman at the end of the day? Love y'all. P.S. Aaron,
New answers.
it wouldn't let me send your penny. LOL."
Oh,
She said 1999.
I love it. That's dope.
Whitney, we love that.
We
Because
love you,
Aaron hasn't
Whitney.
made one of those comments in a while.
You're right.
We love that.
Wow. Well, I will say I don't know what type of men she's dealing with, but for me, I am a very visual guy.
So you like the lingerie?
Yeah, I'm not saying it lasts long. Once I see it,
Coming off.
yeah, once I see it, it's coming off, but it does get me there almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely appreciated. Now, when a girl wants to be like, no, let's this last, so I'm like, nah, like this is too long for me.
You need to
There's
make
some lingerie that
you
like
can
give like
open.
a hole.
Exactly.
Yeah, they give like cutouts. So that
Yes.
you
I
can,
never had those.
you can fuck with
I
the
don't know.
lingerie.
I ain't gonna lie.
Ladies,
The bodysuit I got on right now got a hole in it.
Yes, because you ready.
Right?
You ready. As soon as you get home,
It's shot o'clock.
ready.
Buy it like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Real talk, I can make it go down in the back room right now.
I love it. This is my
Aaron made her own hole.
No, it came like that. Shut up.
I'm learning a lot. I didn't even know this existed.
No, all women should get. That's what they should get. Like, get the crotchless
Yeah.
and get the
Bodysuit.
boob. Like, you get the one that has like
It's
the titties
easy.
out and the crotchless. It is. Listen, you will feel sexy
It's
as
easy,
fuck.
yeah.
The crotchless
And
lingerie
you can
is
wear
actually
it
pretty
the
cute,
whole
I'm not gonna
time,
lie.
and you know what I'm saying.
Some
can
of
get,
them are really cute.
Exactly.
While you're
Super
having
cute.
sex, you still have it
Still
on.
have
Like
it on.
you can rip it and it
I
don't
like
rip.
that shit.
Yes.
See, I never had that. You know, I
Yes.
guess I'm still a rookie in the lingerie department.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be
But wait,
appreciated.
This is the thing. Listen, this is the thing. I think that a lot of
actually turn you on more than
What?
even being naked.
What? Hell yeah.
Yes.
does
yeah.
it. You think so?
I think.
I
so.
mean, yeah, I get a little aggressive at some point and take that shit off in the middle of it, but you
So
know.
this is the thing. I think that like this question is based on we hear men say, "Oh, the lingerie is not really that important."
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, it's important for like the visual, maybe not important for the act.
No.
Yeah.
And so I think that like that probably should be clarified. You know, when you
Yeah.
express that sentiment.
But just to play on the other side of the fence real quick, another reason is unfortunately as a dude, we see a lot of women in lingerie all the time
Where
on social media. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
Oh, gotcha.
almost
Okay.
become a norm.
Like not.
yeah, so like
So it's not,
fair.
it doesn't really do anything.
yeah, you know, so I
do
can't
you
say
think
for
it
everybody.
doesn't? Like generally, do you think it doesn't do anything, or is it just like when, like, see, you're
I'll
a
be honest
woman
with
in
you,
lingerie,
right? And a real life experience, my real life experience. When I messed with the girl who had a lot of lingerie or bikini pictures on Instagram, if she wore it while we were
It
in an
didn't-
intimate moment, it didn't mean much.
Gotcha.
But for a girl that I was speaking to and messing with that I didn't really see a lot of that displayed, it meant so much more, and it was so much more of a turn on. That's just my personal experience, you know. But
I mean, it makes sense.
It's fair.
because I already seen you in it, it's no thrill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, let me see you wearing that suit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think
There's always an exception to the rule. Yeah. I don't even like concerts no more. Like, I really don't no more. I swear.
Stay off social media like me, and you would become desensitized.
You won't.
You won't.
Oh, yeah, you won't
And you
become
won't
desensitized.
become-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They're telling you to stay off social media.
You know, it's crazy, right? When I did modeling back in the day, right, there was always a bunch of women touching me, right? And they said that was one of the worst things to do is to have a bunch of people touching you because physical touch makes you desensitized. So I can see why that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
We got 212 people.
No, just Lonnie got excited. Just keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, you doing too much,
Yay.
Lonnie. Chill out.
I have one thing to say.
Excited.
I have one thing to ask, actually, Rico. So, like, as a woman, and you want to like, it's not a special day, like anniversary, birthday. It's literally not a special day. So, would you feel that like lingerie is a good like something to come home to, just like on a regular day?
Hell yeah. Lingerie is more important to come home to on a regular day or random day than it is in an occasional day.
Yeah.
I'm kind of already expecting you to do something, and there's not much more that, especially if you've been together for a while, there's not much more that you can do.
That's true.
Especially like Valentine's Day, you want to wear a red lingerie. I could go.
You'd be like, why'd you waste that money?
That's so. I'm like, damn, like that was predictable.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you were
was so nice.
on a random Wednesday,
Well, you have a point. You got a point.
First of all, I feel like guys are just maybe uncomfortable with the fact that a woman is initiating sex so much because they're usually the ones that initiate sex. So it's like if she's repeatedly doing it, they kind of feel like uncomfortable. Like,
Who else you fucking?
like
all right,
you
guys,
a hoe?
that's not true. What I will say is, okay, I've had.
Thing is that really?
No, I had somebody
For me,
ask
yes.
me, like,
So
if
like,
all I
for,
wanted was
well,
sex
not
and
that,
sex.
not that, but it is definitely a thing where a woman was
Actually,
when a woman wanted too much sex, and I'm like, yo,
What is too much sex?
like she wanted to have sex every single day, right? And I understand that the sex was great. I don't got time for it. Like, I got things I gotta do, especially like in my building space or building phase where like I was financially uncomfortable. I was still figuring out how I'm gonna get myself right. And all she wants to do is sit here and have sex every day.
That's because remember we talked about this last time? That's because you don't want to be in a space fucking every day when you know your shit ain't together.
No, it's also because having sex drains a man, in my opinion, drains a man more than it drains a woman. Like, once I nut, I need a nap.
You need a nap.
I need to sleep. I need to relax.
So not productive.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like smoking a blunt. Like, I would just get lazy, and I don't got time to be lazy.
Yes.
I got to go to work. Like, I got to get this money. I got to get this. You know what I'm saying? So there is, or even like, I remember I had this one girl who always wanted to have sex with me before I went to the gym. And I was like, there's no way I can have a good workout and have sex right before. It's not happening. Like, if you want to have sex, we have to have sex after. You know what I'm saying? But even after,
That's true because I might have a good nut off and then I'll hop the bed
no,
and be
that's what
like,
I'm saying. I'm happy.
yeah,
Like,
y'all are good.
Let me wash these dishes.
It rejuvenates you.
We're like,
And that shit gets me so mad. I'll be in a coma. She walking around and shit. I'm like, yo, nah. It rejuvenates you and depletes me. Like, it's like I just gave you mad
laying
energy.
down, I'm probably gonna come for real.
like
Done it?
penetration? Yeah,
Have you ever had Henny?
Shit is normal.
Have you ever had Henny?
It's possible.
I know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want that.
That's how I got into a 2-year relationship on a one-night stand.
I mean, the cooter might be dry.
Right.
You
I don't want it.
Lube it up.
Yeah, bring some lube. What are you talking about? Pack it on.
Because, yes, you might have to lube that.
You might have to
ish up.
spit a little bit.
you know,
Not even gonna lie.
Yes.
Wait, sex like penetration sex?
Yes, she's talking about penetration.
Non-stop.
Penetration for an hour. It's possible. You asked if it's possible. You didn't ask if it felt good. You didn't ask if it's desirable.
Is it desirable for the woman?
I don't think it's not desirable
we
for the
talking about
average woman.
heterosexual sex?
Yes, yes. The average.
Can I pull out and eat
penetration,
it?
Like length of time is 5 minutes.
And y'all be
Pure
talking about
penetration.
1 minute, man. All you need is another 4 on top. Y'all just be talking. Y'all just talk shit. That's what I realized. Y'all want the big slammer that don't even want the slammer. Y'all want 30-minute man, but y'all only want 5. Y'all just been lying to us.
I can go 1
A
hour.
5-minute nut is freaking amazing.
This is why Jay-Z is the GOAT.
An hour sex is definitely doable, but it can't just be all penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but she's talking about pure penetration. Yeah.
No.
Nobody wants that.
Who wants
Yeah,
to
no,
do
I
that?
don't
Nobody
want
wants
that. Who? Girls, raise your hand. Do you
1
want an
hour
hour
of just
penetration?
straight?
The beginning of
Negative.
the relationship when you first get to
1
No.
hour of penetration?
She's
No.
Dominican.
But
She's
now I want
Dominican.
it.
Straight penetration.
No, that makes my
Hey, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Lonnie.
It does.
Lonnie.
Wait. Ask the question. Who wants an hour of penetration?
An hour penetration.
Nobody.
She does.
Lonnie, just raise your hand.
Oh, I got a question. And hold
1
on.
hour,
Kevin
60
Roberts
minutes
says,
of
"Can
just
the
this?"
person off camera talking get a mic?" That's what Kevin Roberts says. Okay.
Alan.
Was it Alan?
Okay. Whitney Marie has another question. It's for me. She says, "Amanda, I know you're a baker like I am. Yay.
A what?
Have you Baker?
What's that?
Baking
Baker?
cake.
Oh, Baker. I thought
Like
Have
the
you
bake,
ever
bake.
made an
Yeah.
erotic
Cookies
cake?
and stuff, yeah.
Yes, I
Okay.
have.
An
I did
erotic
a
cake?
bachelor
Okay.
cake before. If so, did the size matter on the male part of the cake as well? Example, a cake for a bachelorette party. Yes, I did do a bachelorette party. I did a cake that I forgot what the saying was. It was a play on words, but it had a penis. I got a penis mold, and the penis was like coming off of like the top of the cake, and I used like a candy melt for like the cum.
Oh.
Was the penis black
penis.
or white?
It was a black penis. And then I
For a black
actually did
bachelorette?
cupcakes for that bachelorette.
Was it
They
4
had-
inches or 8?
I
No,
whatever
it
the
ain't no
mold
4
was. I got a
inches.
mold for the penis.
It was 4 inches.
I got the mold on Etsy. I don't know, whatever. Etsy-
Definitely was 4 inches.
Penis mold?
Yeah, Etsy has everything.
Everything.
Etsy has everything.
Damn.
Amazon has everything.
Yeah.
Listen, just type it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have it.
Black penis mold.
But the cum? That's
No,
what they
well,
wanted?
I used brown.
Imagine her Google
I
search
used
is
brown
crazy.
fondant if the mold was just, it's just the shape of
Make
the
it.
Where was
Yeah.
the cum going?
around okay, so it was a 2-tier cake. So the top of the cake was a circular cake, and I just did like
Put the dick on top.
I put the dick on top.
This
It
is-
was dropping
And then
down.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I used
Oh, so it was like almost like it was falling, like
it was falling
yeah.
off. Like the drip.
You're
Like,
very
how
visual.
Cakes have drips.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like it was the drip.
Yeah, it was the
Wow.
Who wants nut cake?
I was about to say, but I'm off camera.
I'm sorry, I'm good. I don't want
I
nut
don't need it.
cake.
I didn't need it to see the semen. Yes.
But yeah,
Agree.
They might.
Did
Yeah,
they?
they
They
wanted
wanted
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's what they gave me. It was
they
their
wanted
idea.
the nut cake.
It was their idea. They gave me.
Oh, okay,
They gave me
sorry.
reference.
You
That
made
should have
sure
told you a
it
lot about the
tastes
person.
Yes.
Fair enough. So we have typically when people come, we ask 3 questions.
Okay.
So I'll do the first one. So if today was your last day on Earth and you had to have sex with somebody, dead or alive, whoever it is, it could be Harry Belafonte, even rest in peace. Like who would it be?
My husband, of course. I love fucking him.
I quit. I quit. Like I'm done with this shit.
Yes, I actually like having sex with my husband.
I feel like Rico, me and you are here
love it.
with that answer.
With the cap.
Right.
Now we got.
It's not cap.
At
It
this
is
point,
not
we gotta
cap.
scrap the question.
No, I agree with it. Like, why would you risk something that you already know is gonna be good?
Go to the next
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could have dinner with anyone, that's when you say dead or
Dead or
alive.
sorry.
Dead or
Sorry.
alive. Because I'm like, sex, dead or alive. What are you talking about? If you could have dinner with anyone,
MLK.
dead or alive, who would it be?
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah?
Oh, that's a
Why
good
Nelson?
one.
Oh, and why not? He's like revolutionary. He
I
has
just
so
like to
much
hear
say.
people's
His
explanations.
story. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, last one. What's your favorite go-to drink?
Oh, my go-to drink is Maker's Mark and Sprite.
Yes.
Okay.
Bullet and lime for me.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and let's tell the guests or tell the audience what you have
Yeah.
coming up, where they can find you.
Yes. So you can find me now currently on Instagram at Dr. Millhouse with 1 L, DrMilhousc. TikTok at Your Favorite Urologist. Basically, if you Google Your Favorite Urologist, you'll see all my socials. Down There Urology. You need help down below, down there. I got you. www.downthereurology.com. And then make sure you DVR Dr. Down Below. Season is coming near you in the future. Dr. Down Below on TLC.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Love it. You were great. You were great.
All right,